to change either way.
Okay, so you're saying both of them need to, or she needs to get with a guy that doesn't need her.
Yes.
She need to get with a guy on her level. Same
Same level?
That doesn't need her. Okay. Interesting. Who do you think that if you had to pick one party in the relationship to need the other party, who do you think it's more important to need the other for the relationship to last?
Men or
so let me
women?
say this again. So let me be clear about this. Assuming one party needs the other, right? Whether it's the man needing the woman or the woman needing the man, which dynamic you think is more conducive to a long-term successful relationship? We'll start here and then work our way back around.
I feel like,
Does the man need the woman or the woman need the man for the relationship to actually last?
now that's a tricky question, but because I have brothers, I'm gonna speak on the behalf of
You
my
got this,
brothers.
sis.
It's fine, whatever you want to say.
You know, a man don't really need a woman, cause y'all basically have like most men that grew up in a household with their mom. They teach them how to cook. They teach them how to do everything for themselves. So
the men.
I'm gonna say, okay, you're
Hold
saying.
on, whoa. Let her finish her point, and then we'll get to you.
it's like, you know.
So who do you think needs who more for the relationship to last? Who do you think needs to need who?
I think the woman need the man.
Okay. More.
Don't come for me now. But
Why?
Hey, it's why you engage.
Why?
All right. Well, she just explained why.
Because men are taught how to cook.
No, she said that.
Clean?
She said men are taught how to be self-sufficient to a degree. Is what she was basically saying.
Okay.
Cooking is just one example she gave, but that's fine. What about you? What do you think?
Well,
For the dynamic to last, who do you think needs to need who?
a man needs to need a woman or
You think a
love
man
the
needs to
woman
need a
more.
woman?
Like they need to, like,
Okay.
yeah,
Worship the
love
woman?
it, worship them. Like, I think
Okay.
someone has to love someone more, and at this point,
Has to be the man.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
has to
think
be
the
the
man? Okay. Need love. Okay, we can say that that's the same thing essentially. So you're saying the man needs to need the woman and or love the woman more.
yes.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. What about you? What do you think?
Alright, I ain't gonna lie. I understand from both sides. I'm that type of person.
To the mic.
so I understand from both sides. So to me, I feel like it has to be in the middle. The man has to want the woman, and the woman's gonna have to want the man.
Amen.
Because
that's not realistic.
That's not gonna happen.
That's not realistic. In every single dynamic, okay,
It
in
doesn't
every
happen.
single social dynamic, there's always someone who has leverage, whether it's a business relationship, an establishment. There are always, in every relationship, there's one party that needs the other party more. I'm simply asking, it could be 51%, 49%.
Yeah.
But who needs to need who more, in your opinion? For the relationship to last, I think that's the key here. Not just to be in a relationship, but for the relationship to last. Do you think the man needs to need the woman more, or the woman needs to need the man more for the relationship dynamic to last?
Okay. I think it's the man need the woman.
Okay, man needs the woman.
From what I've seen.
All right.
Because you know what I'm saying. Half of the time, like females, we take a lot. Like she said earlier, females were strong, but we're most likely the ones to leave. To be honest, like I'm be real. It's very rare. I heard my homeboys like they may talk their shit like, yeah, I'm done with that bitch. Fuck that bitch, but they really don't leave. You feel me? Like it takes the female to leave for a nigga to be like, oh, she left me. Oh, fuck that hoe. Now I'm finna go. You feel me? Do my thing. So I feel like it's the man need the woman because they eventually always come back, and that's what I feel like. I don't know. 'Cause I don't feel like no female.
You do
need
realize
no
that you
man.
just contradicted yourself, right?
I said both, but you want me to pick, so I'm just.
Well, I said the question was who needs to like or who needs to need and or love, whatever term you guys want to use, for the relationship to last. But then in your example, you just specified that women are the ones that are more likely to leave.
Man, that man need him. How? I just said what it is. The man's gonna love the women more because
Yeah,
the
but
women,
you just said that women are more
always
likely
leave.
to leave, and I said that women, and I said for the relationship to actually last. Okay, that's fine. What about you?
Same answer, nigga.
So at first I was going to say that women definitely need to love the man first, but the way that you reworded the question and the dynamic of the relationship, I feel like men are way more easier to leave than women.
Yeah.
Women are gonna stay through thick and thin, whether you cheat on her, whether you get somebody pregnant,
That's
whether
true.
you know she just walked in on you fucking somebody else.
You're preaching.
Women are gonna stay. But in order for the relationship, who needs who more? I feel like women need the men more. Because at the end of the day, why do you think these women stay in 3, 4, 5, 7, 10-year relationships, even though the man has done them dirt? Why do you think marriages still work to this day, or the old marriages actually in case? Because it's been 50 years, and how many times has that man screwed up? But how many years they still been married together?
So you
Why?
think
Because
women
the
need men more,
stay.
but then you also made the argument that men leave relationships more than women do?
Yes, because at the end of the day, men are quick
That's
to
not
leave.
true. That's
Men
not
are-
correct at all.
Why do you say that?
Statistically speaking, women end 70 to 80% of the relationships.
Yeah,
Look
but
at divorce.
after how many times?
That's true.
After
They
how many
end them.
times? After how many times have they stayed? After how many years have they stayed?
matter.
And
They
then
still
they're
leave.
They
leaving?
still end.
They still leave.
But how many times are men? What? How many times have men be like? Have
You
men
catch
have
me
done
cheating,
their-
are you gonna stay?
Okay then.
That's
but that's
not-
not even. Yes, it is. Yes,
No,
it
but
is.
the argument is who ends up leaving? It's women.
No, the argument.
Doesn't matter how it happens, they still
The
leave.
argument actually was who needs who more in the relationship.
In order for it to last.
In order for it to work.
Yes, but you
Therefore-
substantiated your stance on a faulty premise.
He kills me when he talks.
At the end of the day, women need men more because at the end
That's
of the day,
fine.
women stay longer and would stay and through a whole bunch of bullshit before leaving a man.
That's not true.
A man can cheat 5,000 times, and that man.
I understand your conclusion, but the way you got to your conclusion is incorrect.
Listen, okay, so let me fix it for you. Let me help you understand where I'm coming from.
Okay.
A man can cheat 5,000 times, and that lady will still stay there
Sure.
through thick and thin.
Every
but
lady?
as soon as a woman cheats, says, "Oh my God, it's the end of the world. I can't believe you did this to me. I'm leaving."
Okay.
Point blank.
Once again,
Sorry.
so you can say that, you can use the example of cheating, but statistically speaking, women overwhelmingly end relationships more than
But
men
at
do.
the end of the day,
and they leave.
you're speaking about statistically, but how many women in those statistics have left after the first, second, third, fifth, 5, 6, 17th
But the
time?
statistic,
irrelevant.
the statistic not
Yeah,
about
he
that. The
talking
statistic
to-
literally
It is
states
relevant.
That's irrelevant.
We just
No,
leave.
it is relevant because think about it. It don't matter. What do you talk? It is relevant because at the end of the day, the woman could leave after the 7th time, but she still ended up leaving. That's why the
The
statistic.
bottom line is that
that's
women
why
leave
this-
more, is my
that's why
point.
the-
Men
okay.
don't leave relationships, women do.
And he's telling you because I just said that.
But
I
you're
heard
not-
that.
How did you come to your hypothesis? Like, how'd you come to that
Men
point?
don't even
What's
leave
the
for
research
real,
though?
because
Women-
they don't
women-
stop
the
talking to you for
women-
like 6 months to a year and still probably
back.
double back to see what you got going on.
Hey,
If you
I'm
still
back.
got stupidness going on, then he just don't
But
bother
how many
with you.
times
But
do
if
women be delusional
That's
and
true.
stay?
I mean, some of
Men
y'all
too.
get y'all
Oh, okay.
delusionalness from the little person in y'all
Okay.
head too. Now your
All right.
friends.
So this is an example of what I mean when I say I can say something that's factual and you'll argue with me about a fact. Like,
I'm not arguing with you on what's
Well,
statistical.
what's your
I'm not arguing on the fact that women leave more than men. I'm not saying that. But how many times does it take
you're
a woman
talking about
to
the why
leave?
when the why isn't relevant.
But yes, it is.
It isn't.
But it is because at the
Because
end
you
of the day,
made
we
you
talk
made the
about
argument that women leave that
We
men
can have- we
that
can-
men are more likely to leave relationships. That's factually incorrect. It's
All right.
100% that's
and
wrong. That's straight
you
up wrong.
corrected me on that, and I corrected myself when I said at the end of the day, okay, if women leave more, how many times did it take that woman to leave? That's what I'm saying. You're not focused on the how many times. You're focused on the fact that women leave in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's the pertinent part of the conversation.
But how many times did it take a man to leave? Then
Because
compared
remember,
to
what was the
how many
original
times does a
question I
woman
asked?
take
What was
to
the original
leave?
question I asked?
How long? I mean, which partner
likes-
needs to love each other more in order for it to last?
And what did I say?
Oh, and for it to last, correct?
What did I say?
So therefore, for it to last, that means no party can leave, correct? Okay. And then she made the argument that men leave more, and I said no, they don't. It's the women that leave more.
Yeah,
See
I
how
even
it's
said
pertinent
women
now?
leave. I even said women leave in my argument.
You see now why it's pertinent for me to correct you on that stance because it's critical to the question.
You would think
Gotcha.
you would think you still stand by that in this generation.
It's even more so. Do you look at divorce rates?
I do actually.
Okay, so then who leaves more?
Women.
That's
Isn't
what,
it?
that's what he's
my.
saying.
But under
What are you
But
arguing?
are we gonna argue about statistics, or are we gonna argue behind the facts of statistics? Yes, women leave more, but how many times
But
does it
that's
take
not
for
the
how many
point.
times?
That's not the point, though.
Yes, but it
It's the
tunes
point, but
into
that's
the
not
point
the
though.
point right
focus on.
now.
Because at the end of the day,
But I
Incredible.
understand.
I
what
can
you're
say
saying.
that a
Yo,
man leaves more, but a man will leave off the first, second
Guys, by the
time
way,
it
we're gonna go to Rumble
happens.
at this point. Come on over to Rumble, and then we'll
Here, let's just finish with this line of question, then we'll switch over.
Yeah, to Rumble. Yeah.
But
Come on
we're
over, guys.
gonna start switching over to Rumble here in a second. Sorry. So yeah, go ahead. You were saying something.
I'm saying, yes, women are more likely to leave, but how many times? How long has it took them to leave a relationship compared to how long does it take a man to leave a relationship? A man will stay in a relationship with a female. Why? Because they're pussy. Point blank. Period. I don't
not
care.
really.
I don't care if the girl is being annoying, because guess what? When I call her at 10 o'clock at night, what's she gonna do? Pick up and give me some pussy, right or right?
You're changing the
No.
premise of the conversation.
I'm not
So the question
it
was
still
purely
plays into the part.
this is why, like, oh
This
my
is
God.
why what?
This is
I mean,
why,
some women are great conversation holders. Like, you know, coochie don't be everything. Like, a man will
No, I'm
literally
not
call
saying that.
a female at 2
you
o'clock
guys
in the
just
morning.
see how we just deviated into a whole other
Right.
thing.
It's just.
Deviated into a
All
whole
right.
other
Next
conversation.
question. We ain't getting nowhere.
The question was simply, what party needs to need the other more,
In
right,
order for it
the
to
relationship to last?
And I answered the question.
And then you said, I think women need to like men more. And I was like, okay, that's your stance. But then you went ahead and said, I think that because men leave relationships more than women do. And that's just not factually correct.
What can I say how I feel?
Okay.
Since I ain't
She
go?
said I'm the last one.
That's just not factually correct. So, I mean,
Waiting on the
that's an
answer.
interesting way to come to
Me,
that
I don't
conclusion.
know. From everyone's point of view, I don't know. But to me, we need each other. If we can't have each other, it ain't never gonna work.
But
Okay.
that's what I said.
That's a politically correct
He's-
answer, but to actually answer the question, what party
Okay,
needs to like or
I'll
need the
say
other one
this
more?
is y'all don't jump on my shit now, but this is just for me.
The woman
I
need
feel
the
like
man.
I feel like a man needs a woman, because at the end
man
of the
needs a
day,
woman.
I'm gonna tell you,
I
at the
said
end
that.
of the day, when stuff goes wrong, who does a man run to?
A
Either
woman.
the
A woman.
mom
A woman.
or his woman, right?
Or his sister.
sister,
or his
any
sister.
woman.
But the main two, I'm going to my mom
And my
or my
female.
woman. When stuff crumbles,
Wait,
when
what
stuff hit
crumbles?
the fan,
What stuff?
anything,
What
it doesn't
Anything.
matter. Anything.
Exactly.
Anything in your life.
Life.
man,
Anything hits the
Life,
fan,
life,
I'm
financially.
gonna.
Half of y'all can't even fucking twist a damn jar off the lid of a
can.
jar.
Listen,
Alright,
that
let's
don't
do
matter.
that.
I'm
No,
talking.
we
We're
not.
talking about men and women, not girls and boys.
All right, so you're saying when things go bad, he calls his mom or his girl. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Question for you then. Where did you what made you come to that conclusion? Is it past experiences maybe?
Yes.
Yes.
And
Okay.
I've dealt with
So
someone.
every guy that you know has went to their mother or girlfriend.
I'm not gonna say every guy, but most people
That I know.
Mom, come on, you have a lot of mama's boys now. Come on,
Okay.
and girls be mad about that
Y'all
shit.
ain't dating them though.
I date.
Yeah,
one.
you damn right, cause
Okay.
my baby a mama's boy, and I love it. So yeah,
All right. So so your guy that you're with now?
no, not my guy that I'm with now, because
Exactly.
rest in peace,
The
his
baby-
mom is deceased.
Yeah, his
Okay.
mom's not
But
here.
okay, past
So the baby's
relationship.
past relationships. They went to
I'm not
their,
gonna say who. I'm just past relationship.
Okay.
Not gonna put anything on it.
Okay.
Always ran to the mom.
Okay.
Shit.
He went to the mom.
Yes, and sometimes
Okay.
when him and the mom into it, he coming to me.
Okay.
I know everything about
Now let me
your
ask you this:
situations.
did he have a father?
No,
yeah.
he getting somewhere.
He had a father
you
dead,
go.
but he had a father figure. You understand?
That's
Okay.
why he
The
asking.
man that's been
But he
there
didn't have.
his
But
whole life.
he
loved
didn't have
him.
a biological father.
He did, but you know
He wasn't
things
there.
just what. Yeah, basically.
Why
So you feel like it's a
why you
difference
shouting?
if they did?
Oh, I am.
I feel like you're shouting.
I'm sorry. Let me stood back a little bit.
Yeah, she was yelling.
I'm sorry, you guys.
Okay.
So interesting. So the men that the past relationship and the men that you're framing here, you're saying that they normally go to the, the matriarch in their family.
Not just speaking
Do you
on my
think-
relationships.
Okay,
yes.
but other men.
Yes.
Do you think that's a byproduct of them coming from fatherless households?
Maybe.
Yep.
It could be
I do.
because sometimes if a man ain't got his dad, I mean, all I have is my mom to go to.
Yeah.
She's the only one that's, guiding me. I don't have a father figure to teach me to be an actual man. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
So, yeah.
Do you think that's the, assuming you have both parents, do you think the mother is a person to go to for problem solving? Assuming you had both parents, who do you think would be the better problem solver
I mean,
in a
sometimes
healthy relationship?
it just depends because this is just me. I just feel like, okay, the son is closer to the mom, so he's going to always go to the mom, for... It depends on what it is, but he's going to go to the mom because she's always going to show that love and affection. I go to dad, man up,
Yeah, but who do you think is actually better for the problem solving is what I'm asking. Not about who feels better or whatever, but who do you think is going to actually be able to solve the problem, assuming you have both parents in a stable household?
I feel like it depends on the situation.
Yeah, it depends on the
'cause my-
situation.
my-
Every
my-
situation is
my-
different.
my
Well,
spouse-
she gave more like seems like financial issues, like you said business crumbling or something like that was one
No,
of the
I
things you
just
made?
said anything hits the
In
fan.
your
It doesn't
life.
matter what it is. It could be anything that's happening in your life.
And the
Not
woman
even
gonna be there.
financially. It's just anything. Me and this person going through it. Your mom's gonna sit through it there and listen. She's a woman. Your dad, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit.
Some dads now, not all. Cause
I'm just saying, but okay, where I'm from, I'm just saying a
I
lot of
understand what you
dads.
saying.
Ain't there.
Ain't
Yeah.
there
Real
at
talk.
all.
Ain't it?
I'm gonna speak from where I'm from, kinda. That's some hood shit, you know.
I feel it, and I
Yeah.
understand 110%.
And-
Do you think that's the most appropriate way to deal with problems, though? Is going to the mom?
No.
I feel like whoever can help you, that's who you should go to. Whoever has the right path for you, that's who you should go to. Man or woman, it doesn't matter.
I feel like I'm in the middle with that because when it comes to a relationship, you can't go to your mama for everything. Male wise, you really can't.
That's why I
Female
say
or
it
female,
male or
depends.
female.
It, like I said, it depends on the person and the situation. Like everybody ain't mature
You
to deal
said
with
go
that.
to in a relationship. I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying in
period.
general. Like sometimes going to your people's, your mom, it ain't good sometimes.
As a
'Cause
grown up,
sometimes
I
it
don't
can-
feel like you need to go to anyone with your relationship because that
That's-
messes your
that
people
part.
up
their
with
image
them.
of that person.
Yeah, keep
Say it
your
again.
relationship between y'all. I don't care what you go through, how bad it is. If you're not gonna go to the police about it, then shut up. You're gonna
Leave
go
it
back.
alone.
Shut
I
up.
feel like, you know, because I'm speaking from a place where, you know, both my parents, they're not together, but, you know, I could still call either one of them.
Right.
And then
Active
my partner's, his parents are still actively together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like me and him will have problems. Depending on what the situation is, he'll
Hold on,
call
hold
his
on.
mama.
Wait.
Oh, he
You
calling
finish
his
your
mama?
point. No, finish your point, and then we'll make the switch.
Oh, like depending on what we going through, he'll probably call his mama. And if we going through something serious, like, you know, you don't need a female standpoint, because, you know, we're considered most nurturing creatures, like we're emotional. So before we think about logic, we thinking about how
our
somebody about to
emotions.
die,
Yeah.
how we feel, we putting our feelings into it. So it ain't logic, it ain't wisdom at all. It don't make no sense. You just thinking from your heart and your booty crack.
No, I'm just,
So,
it just depends on
It
the
depends
age.
on the age. But I would say it's not good to tell people your business, but being that I'm young and I do have older friends, sometimes you need that mature
Yeah.
advice.
And
So
Point of view.
it might not
Yeah.
be your mama that you want to go to tell
It
your
don't have to
business,
be.
but you know, somebody that, you know, has that little old soul in them that, you know, give you that, not what you looking to hear, but what you need to hear.
Right.
Yes. I don't want to have a yes man as a friend. I want to have somebody who's gonna keep it real with me at 100%, whether I'm gonna
Right.
get mad or not.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'll give my take on this because this is interesting that you guys think. Most of you think that man needs the woman.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of you guys gave basically reasons why you think she's single. She's too dominant, assertive. One of you didn't know. One, you think the ego because she's accomplished and
That
it's
was you.
men's fault.
Me.
And then looking you think it's her. She's just looking in the wrong places for a guy. So guys, come on over to Rumble and we'll continue the discussion over there because you guys are wrong about so much stuff, but that's fine. We'll go continue over
Oh
here.
my
Is
god.
it us being wrong or is
But
it us just
we
having
need-
an opinion?
Your
Yeah,
opinion.
it's
I
an
mean,
opinion
your
for sure.
takes are
Girl,
definitely wrong.
If you're
That's
gonna
fine.
be on
It's
here,
an
you gotta
opinion,
understand
yeah.
this man go off straight statistics, so ain't no point of arguing with this man.
But you have to give me.
I
You
learned
have
that
to
a
be
long
me
time
the
ago.
source,
There's no point.
How you know that?
Oh, this not my first
How do
time.
you know that?
It's
It's been
okay.
like 2 years ago.
Thank you, and I seen what y'all do to other people. I'm a great observer. Okay,
Y'all made
with him,
somebody cry?
he do his research. So
What are your thoughts on the video, Myron?
No, well, hold on. I got I got one more thing here.
Okay.
So you guys gave suggestions. Do you know women going through similar situations as her? I know you said that you did because you know other girls that are like in her age that kind of have like
Yeah.
things together. So you said yes. What about the rest of you?
yeah, I do. I mean, I see it a lot on Instagram. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of girls been complaining lately about why they don't have this and why that or why. But I mean, I don't have them problems with it.
What about you? Do you know girls going through that where they
It's a
have
drought,
everything
I
on
guess.
paper?
Not really. I stay in my own lane. You're gonna let me know what you want me to know, and I don't care to know what y'all got going. So not really.
Okay, you?
I mean, I have friends who can relate to the same things, that have gone through the same things, and I also have friends that haven't. So like I'm like stuck in the middle.
All right. But seems like to me like all of you know a girl that might be in the same situation where they have everything, but they still can't find a guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll address the first thing here. A lot of you think that men need women more. What makes you say that? Specifically, you said that. We'll start with you.
I said.
And you gave the example of he to call.
You know, just when
Times of
like
crisis?
just a man wants to talk to his mom or his woman. That's
Okay.
who comforts him.
And you gave the example because men are more likely to leave relationships. That's the
He
example
on
you
you.
gave.
He talking about you,
Yeah.
girl.
Even though that's not correct? Is there another reason why you think men need women need men more?
I also feel like in this generation, I feel like a lot of us weren't raised with a 2-parent home.
Okay.
So that plays a lot into who we choose to be in a relationship with and who we choose to love us. So therefore, I feel like women from a standpoint come in like, you know what, I need a man to take care of me. I need a man to be there financially, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I need a man to be there. I need a man to lead. That's where women are coming from. That's why I believe
So you
that
think
women.
that's why she needs the man more?
To solve
Okay.
issues.
Okay, and then you said men. No, you said you didn't. No, yeah, you said
I
the man
picked
needs
both.
the woman. Yeah.
And
Well, you
you
said the
came
man.
for
If
me.
you think the man needs the woman more though, and then you did as well, and then you did.
He coming for
Okay.
all of us. Y'all watch this.
Interesting.
I'm telling y'all right
No,
now.
I'm just like, I'm just
You triggered my trap
interested to
card.
get your guys like takes on stuff because it's just interesting to hear
Different point of views.
Right.
incorrect point of views. Incorrect point of views.
Okay, what do you think? What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you guys why you guys were all incredibly wrong. So okay, let's make this simple. Who has more requirements of the opposite gender? Okay, who's pickier, men or women? We'll start there.
I'll say women. Women are pickier.
Women are pickier.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
It's women.
Women are pickier.
Women are.
Man.
You think men are
So
pickier
damn
than
lie.
women?
Men.
Do you think so?
Men.
Okay. You feel that way or you know that way?
No, I know that way.
Okay. What makes
Well, at
you?
least from what I saw.
Okay. What makes you say that men are pickier than women?
I mean,
Into the mic, please.
like I told you, I have hella brothers, hella homeboys. Like I don't really fuck with females like that. I ain't gonna lie. But from what I see, like it's just that way. Like my homeboys be like, I want a bitch with a flat stomach and a flat ass, or I need a bitch with a big boobs, or I need a bitch with this part. I don't agree.
Okay. Who's more willing to settle then
Who's more
with the opposite gender? Who's more willing to settle on their
a
standards?
female?
You think women are more willing to settle?
Yes, they will. I mean, that's a goddamn lie.
willing to settle.
But hold on, but niggas smash anything.
That's what I was gonna say. Say that. That's what I was gonna say.
But
Niggas gonna fuck with a
I got
busted
you for that.
bitch.
I got you for that. But y'all only do that because y'all thinking with y'all dick. Y'all just want y'all dick wet. A female
females be
literally
easy too now. You
that's
can't
what I'm
just
trying
put
to
it-
say. A female will settle just because they're lonely.
Okay,
Y'all
let me ask
different.
you this.
Niggas,
I'll give
niggas
you an
don't get
example.
lonely. Y'all got hoes.
I'll give you
y'all
an
got,
example.
You feel me?
So shorty right here, right? She seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
Good vibe. However,
cute.
let's be real here. Her stepdaddy, he stepped up, right? But he settled.
Exactly.
So just keeping it real though, like.
For a situation, I feel you.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're
did.
saying.
But again, a man
He
that's
did.
comfortable with going for sex, he will settle with anybody.
Yeah.
Versus a woman's like, you gotta make some money.
You gotta
be
at
the-
least have something
something.
going on for
Gotta
yourself.
be tall at
like,
least.
I
Good
know
looking.
that's my
I
requirement.
know that's a
Okay.
goddamn lie. I know a lot of females that taking care of a lot of bum ass
All
niggas.
right. You use your brothers as a reference.
No, not my brothers. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, but
I mean, men. Period. In my life,
yeah, but
that
that's
I
where
saw,
your frame of reference is coming from is your brothers.
From
Why you
what
think
I saw.
why you think men are pickier than women? So who's pickier then? Do you think you're pickier or your brothers are pickier? You pickier with your men or your brothers pickier with their women? Who's pickier?
Exactly.
Why you gotta do me like that?
Exactly.
Period.
So your own frame of reference doesn't even check out. So
Oh, yes, it does. I didn't say anything.
many niggas
I
you
just
fuck?
laughed at your comment. I didn't say a fuck thing.
How many niggas you be smashing weekly?
I don't,
Oh,
okay.
Why?
because I don't want to. 'Cause
Oh, but why is that? Because you're picky, right? Think about
no, because I care about my pussy. My mama raised me right.
So by default, you're picky.
No, I'm not actually.
You're pickier than your
I'm-
brothers is the point.
No, I'm not. Actually, I care about people's heart. Like, I'm really a soft girl. I like
Think about this.
if you have a good talk game and
you
you're
a simp?
a cool vibe, I can really work with
All right,
that.
let me
So
just
you
move
a
on.
simp.
Do you think who do you think is pickier, men or women?
They don't believe nothing, bro.
Women.
Huh?
I'm pickier. I'm picky.
I mean women and men in general, not just you.
Yeah,
You
women.
think women are pickier?
Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
Of course.
I feel like men are pickier in a way because they could chill.
general.
In general, I feel like men are pickier because men
Okay,
can chill
you're all
with
fucking wrong.
anything.
It's the women are
it's
pickier.
women.
The women are by definition pickier than
Can
men.
I say something?
And it's very simple, ladies. It's because you can only bring one child to term per year, right? 9 months for you to have a kid. We have a couple moms here,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So you can only get impregnated once, right? And then it takes you 9 months to have a kid. How many kids can we have a year?
one.
Hundreds, thousands.
That's
Well,
true.
as women, yes.
They could just
No, the men.
That's men.
Yeah, hell fucking
Okay.
yeah.
one sperm. They got about 100
Us
eggs.
So-
women, we have a certain amount of eggs.
Okay, so from a biological standpoint, women are pickier because they have to be, because you guys can only bring one child to term per year versus we can bring 1 million.
Yes.
Right? So biologically speaking, women are pickier than men. This is just what it is.
They are.
That makes no damn sense to me. I'm sorry.
I get what you're saying.
How does that not make sense?
Like she said, women have a certain amount of eggs. Like she said, okay, cool. Men, I could go out here skinning everything.
Yeah,
you my baby mama. You a baby mama. You a baby mama. I could have so many kids right now. Today, tomorrow, next day.
What about what I said doesn't make sense specifically?
Just because you choose to fuck someone and get pregnant don't mean that you was picky about it. Like, but just because you choose to fuck somebody don't mean you was picky about it. Because I know a lot of motherfuckers who had one night stands, wasn't giving a fuck about being picky or nothing, and oops, a bitch was pregnant. I know a lot of people like that, like slipped up. That got nothing to do with nothing. They got nothing to do with nothing.
That doesn't.
Men are more pickier. They want a bitch to have a whole list of things. You coming from a finance view, like, oh, man got to be a provider. A man, because I heard you say all that before.
Okay, what is it easier to do? Is it easier to be pretty as a female or be successful and attractive as a man?
Oh my God.
It's easier to be pretty.
Pretty.
You know what?
Okay.
I give you that. Pretty privilege wins. I give you that.
All
Pretty
right,
privilege
so
wins.
therefore, it is harder for men to be attractive, right?
Okay, yeah, I get
It is.
I get that.
What the
Not
hell?
speaking for me, but for women, you're only attractive. You could be ugly as shit. I don't like you. But now I see you got chains. Oh, you got rollies, nice cars.
Wait, hold up. Wait. Fuck the chains. Fuck everything.
I'm just saying the
you
money.
Could be ugly. No, fuck the money. You could be ugly as shit, but you got a right head on your shoulder. You went to school. You got a good job. You got your own apartment. You got your car. I'm taking you home. I'm sorry. Think about it. Think about it.
Come on.
As a woman go, and it's kind of crazy in this generation, because if you ask if you walk down Miami right now and you ask a female, would you rather a nigga with chains and jewels and money, or would you rather have a man that has a foundation, a car, a house, has money, has a business? What they gonna choose? The man with the chains and the money. Why? Because that's what they want. They want they want a man in a Lamborghini and a Corvette so they can take him out.
All that just proves my point for even further that the things you mentioned.
Women are more picky.
I never disagreed with you.
No, I know, but I'm saying for her.
No, he's talking about for me.
That just proves my point further, that the things that women are pickier and the things it takes to be attractive for a man are not necessarily easy to come by.
No.
So women are pickier than men. Okay. So would it be fair to say that it's harder to satisfy a woman, right, for a man than it is for a woman to satisfy?
Yes.
So a man has to work harder to satisfy a woman than she has to do the other way around.
What type of satisfaction are we talking about?
To be attractive to even get the foot in the door.
He
listen, but
all
wait
you
a
gotta
minute.
do is have sex with the man sometimes, and you're good. You're in there. That pussy good, baby. I love you.
Not even that.
I'm just saying. Period. Like that's just easy.
But for long term though.
Okay, you have a good head on your shoulder. I say you're a good worker. You're a hard working woman. All that you have potential and stuff. Come on.
Okay, but after sex, what is there?
Nothing.
All right.
What do you mean? It depends.
Okay,
After
all right.
sex, we could talk about something. What are you trying to do?
Break it down.
You got to piecemeal this. Okay, so all right. So first we established that it is harder, right? Women are pickier than men.
They are.
Right?
Yeah.
We've established that, and we explained from a biological perspective the reason why is because women have more requirements because they can only bring one child to term. Agreed?
Okay.
Okay. So men have to have a bunch of things in place to be attractive, right?
Right.
Now, who's more likely to leave a relationship? We went over this too.
We just went over this, and I was
Female.
wrong. So.
Women, right? So, since now, who needs more emotional stimulation in a relationship, men or women?
Women.
Women do, right? Okay,
Yeah.
everybody agree on that? Okay, so who needs to feel, right, the love and the emotions, etc., more in the relationship to stick around?
Women.
Okay, so who gives more emotional investment into a relationship? The person that is that's in love, or the person that is being loved? So in other words, the adored or the adoree?
The person that
Who gets
is
more
being
emotional
loved.
stimuli?
Man.
The person that's being loved.
I feel like it all has to come down to the way you were raised.
Okay,
And
man.
though your
Look,
childhood
you try to
trauma.
complicate things.
It's
very simple. It's very. Let me simplify this for you, ladies, because I notice if I go too much, you guys.
He don't want y'all to think personal. He wants y'all to think just general, statistically. Just
So
keep us yes no.
just listen to the question, okay? Don't go into random things. you have a person that's adored and the adored and the adorer. Make it simpler, right? The adored and the adorer. Who gets more emotional stimuli? The person that's being the adorer or the adored?
The person that's being adored.
I
The
feel like it also.
adorer.
We'll just start
it's
here.
This might be a
There
bit
you
too
go.
high IQ. So let's say love and a lover.
me?
I'm just saying.
What you trying to say,
Love
honey?
or lover? Because
He said it like 3 times.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
you got it.
Yeah, I knew it. That's
Yeah.
what
We
I'm
got
saying.
it.
So who
We
gets more
got it.
emotional stimuli? The person that's being it's giving the amount of the that's giving all the loving, or the person that's
The
being
person
loved?
that's
The one
giving
that's
love.
accepting,
Thank
receiving
you.
it, receiving the
adorer.
love. The
Yes.
person that's
The
receiving the
adorer.
love.
What? Okay.
The person that's giving the love.
Okay.
yeah.
What about you?
Giving.
Giving. What about you?
Yeah.
Giving.
Receiving.
Receiving.
Yeah.
What about you?
Giving.
Okay. So a majority of you agree that it's the person giving.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. This is precisely why the woman needs to love the man and care about the man more.
Thank you.
Because, and the reason why is because the women need the emotional stimuli, the women have all the requirements, and the women are more likely to leave.
Okay.
What did I just paint? That's a recipe for someone that if they're not satisfied, they're going to leave.
Right.
They have higher standards, they need more emotional stimuli, right? And they're more likely to leave. So that means that women need to be entertained in the relationship way more than a man does. So by definition, that means she needs to love the man more than he loves her. Because our requirements are low. We're sticking around. We don't end relationships. We don't break up, and we never divorce. Women do all that shit.
Right.
So the
I
reality
can
is
agree
that
with
the
that.
woman needs to love the man more for the relationship to actually last.
Okay.
But women like you, no offense, older, you guys have a faulty mindset, and you think it's the man's fault. The man needs to entertain me, blah blah blah. And the reality is that when you want all these things, the guy will play the game. Maybe he'll like entertain you a little bit, take you on a trip here or there, and then have sex with you. Then he'll leave because it's got to be the other way around, ladies, for the relationship to last. The woman has to like the guy more than he likes her. Never works the other way around because you need to. The man is the prize. That's another thing too that I wanted to say that you guys kind of didn't understand. The man is the prize, and the reason why the man is the prize is you have higher standards than he does. Correct?
Okay.
You want a guy that's better than you, right? Makes more money than you. You wanted knowledge. I
Wisdom.
wrote down earlier.
Yeah,
a
you're right.
mentor.
You
You're
want a
right.
mentor.
Yeah.
You want a guy that makes more money than you. Finances, security, stability, all these things. Is someone who's less than you going to be able to provide these things?
No.
Someone who's superior to you, correct?
Right.
Yes.
So therefore, if you're with someone who's superior to you and a leader, etc., how can you expect them to treat you equal, like you were saying earlier?
Oh, because
See how it doesn't make sense? This is
But
what I
I-
mean when I say like girls don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like I kind of let you guys yap earlier and say what you guys wanted to say.
Yeah.
But the reality is, you guys don't know like what
We
it
can't
takes.
say we don't know what it is
honestly,
talking
think
about.
about it like this.
Y'all don't know what the fuck
You
you're talking
might
about. I'm
be-
telling you right now.
Okay,
So
because a man is
who
not
hurt you?
true.
A
let me finish what I'm saying. Okay,
about
we
this.
let you guys talk earlier. Because it's one thing to attract a man, it's another thing to retain a man, and I'm teaching you how to retain. Now, if you want to go ahead and continue to attain and just get fucked and not taken seriously, that's fine. You keep yapping. But I'm telling you how to actually retain a man. You retain a man by being submissive all the time, not when you pick and choose. And the other thing too is that because you mentioned like, oh well, I can pick and choose when I want to be dominant. Like
Dominant.
if
Yeah,
he's
that's what
gambling
she
and stuff, I'm
said.
gonna step in and say something. Well, I'm gonna say you fucking lost in the beginning. Why are you getting with a guy that's gambling money like that? Right? It's on you as the woman to like get with a guy that doesn't have destructive habits.
Right.
Like if you get with a guy that's gambling and doing stupid shit, whatever, and this is your man, this is supposed to be your leader, you're a dumbass for getting with him. Why are you even there? If you got to be with a guy where you got to correct him about shit like that, then you already lost as a female. To be honest with y'all. This is where it's very important. This is why I think, again, remember how you guys said before, oh yeah, well, men run to women